How could you have loved him, Charlene?
What?
You thought he left you. And after all this time, you still loved him. I saw it in your face.
Pat was my art. You let me find that once.
So that's why you slept around? Because of your enduring feelings for my dad?
You have no idea what it's like to love somebody that hard and be completely rejected.
Yeah, I have some idea about that.
I never rejected you. You and I are a lot more alike than you know, Megan. I slept with lots of men because I could never trust just one. You avoid them for the same reason.
Whatever, just think about the body thing, okay?
He must have hired a pilot. If he went straight from Anchorage to No Name, he must have flown up there. That should be cremated.
You were right. There were 3 of them up on that mountain. Your dad gave them nicknames. Pat was Luke Skywalker, I think Max was Han Solo, and the 3rd person was Darth Vader.
How do you know this?
Your dad's journal. You should read it. He writes about the climb. Says they were jacked up on speed.
Where did you get this?
State police, they returned your dad's personal effects. They've closed the case.
What are you talking about?
Max confessed. End of story. What do they need with a 15-year-old murder?
How about justice? Justice would be good. And you just said this journal proves Max didn't kill my dad.
Now, that proves that your dad was high on drugs and liked Star Wars.
So that's it? Game over? You just accept this and move on?
It's not my case.
Okay. Let's say for the sake of this conversation that it was your case. What would you think?
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
I don't think Max was the killer.
Okay, if Max wasn't the killer, then why would he commit suicide? You don't think it was a suicide?
I saw Max at the wake. He looked wrecked. I'm not even sure he knew that Galligan was dead until we found his body.
We're a small town.
Meaning?
Meaning it's the dead of winter. The only way in here is by plane. We know who comes and who goes. You're the only one who's come here since Max's death, so unless you killed him, it's one of us.
This isn't about you towing that car.
What's it about, then?
Bing, we've called Chief Burns, we've called
What the
Otto.
heck you call them for? I
You're not
swear to
going
God, I
anywhere.
will run you over.
It's a public street, Bing.
Now look, we're all friends here. At least we've known each other for too long to go crazy over something like this.
What's going on?
I'll show you what's going on, Chief. That's my fishing gear, and he stole it.
That's a crock.
Where'd you get that gear?
Found it.
You found it?
Yep. I was hooking up that, sat in the back of my truck.
Just like that.
Just like that.
All right, come on, let's go.
Go, Nora, with you.
I need a statement, Bing. Let's go. Hey.
I just...
Put down the rifle.
I just...
Put it down.
I'm just taking it.
Put down the damn gun, Bing.
I was gonna give you the damn statement. I didn't want to leave the armed rifle in the cab of my truck.
Are you gonna arrest him?
No.
No.
Look, Ed, you got your stuff back, right?
I'm still missing my gloves and my knife.
I'll send out an APB.
There's no need for sarcasm, Burns.
I'm gonna fine Bing for resisting arrest, but as far as robbery, I have no evidence. And it seems pretty lame that he'd come up with the story as dumb as I found it, unless he did.
You're a poor excuse for a law official. You know that? And you were gonna regret this decision, and so will you.
What are you gonna do? Cancel my gold card?
All right, that's enough. There you go, Bing. Hey, hold on. You guys ever go climbing with Pat Galligan?
Otto told me the case was closed. The case is closed. I ain't no suspect.
Everyone went climbing with Pat. But that's something you only did once.
Let me guess. He was reckless.
This is him. This is my dad.
Wow, I was expecting Sid Vicious the way everyone talked about him. Oh, wow. Yeah, your mom was hot. You know, for a mother, she was hot. Just hot?
Yeah, and her husband. He died a couple of years ago. He was mayor. She took over.
Jacob. Ed Wolcott, the blowhard.
Ed's Ed. Although I did hear he was pretty wild back in the day.
Oh, yeah, how wild.
Some say he parted his hair to the right instead of the left.
What's his beef with Bing?
Good morning.
When Bing started his towing service, he went to Ed and asked him for a loan. Ed turned him down, and Bing's been paying his mom back for the last 15 years.
Bing has a mother?
Yeah.
Max. Carrie. Mackey brothers. There's John.
Here you go, Charlene.
Oh, thank you.
See you next week.
I got it. There. Otto. He's smiling. He has teeth.
God, this is crazy. These people are like family to me, and one of them killed my dad and Max. You know, Charlene said something. She said that when my dad left, it was for Anchorage. She never even knew he went climbing. Someone had to have flown them up there.
Jacob.
No, Jacob would have told me.
Are you sure?
I trust him.
Okay. Well, what was your dad doing in Anchorage?
Gambling, probably. Charlene was always picking up the pieces. God, all this time we spent arguing over why he left. It had nothing to do with her. Or me.
Blame is exhausting, isn't it? Feeding it. Maintaining it.
What happened in Baltimore, Nate?
Has nothing to do with us.
If you can't tell me, then there is no us. You gotta deal with your past first.